Now, before we started, you were saying that you were the guy that sued Music Midtown and forced them to cancel the festival. Do you want to talk any more about that?
Well, I don't own any guns.
Oh, you don't want to? That's okay. I'll just do the intro. It's Bill. You're watching SLAYED interviews, and I'm here with singer, songwriter, shining, blinding beacon of talent. What's your fucking name again?
My name is Aaron Reynolds. Aaron Reynolds like the rap.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, hopefully I'll be playing shows in a van, traveling around the country, and have audiences of 5 people at a time and sleeping in a van. That's my dream.
Well, you're on your way. Now, what would you say are your greatest strengths?
Greatest strengths. Let's see. I guess commitment is a big one. So I think that's a blessing for me to have that strength that I'm willing to put in the work, even if I get hardly anything out of it for a long time. And if I never get anything out of it, that's okay because I had fun along the way. So that's the mindset I try to have.
Did you bring a resume?
A resume? I did not. I probably have one on my phone.
Well, I mean, you knew you were coming to an interview. So, I mean, these are pretty common interview questions, according to Google. So, thanks for getting dressed up, by the way. Now, are you a Christian act, or are you just a virgin?
These are very direct questions. I am a Christian. I recently signed with a somewhat Christian record label called the Karin Collective, and they do a lot of, ironically, they do a lot of like Christian death metal and like black metal and lots of like heavy metal, which I enjoy. And so I'm like one of the first acoustic acts they've ever signed on to. I don't really do worship music, but my faith influences my music. But I just enjoy the music as a whole.
Hell yeah. No pun intended. Of course. Now let's talk about this new EP, 2H times C4U. Is that an equation or is that a new record?
The answer is yes. It's called Too Hardcore for You. I've been listening to a lot of metal and hardcore over the last couple of years and going to festivals like Furnace Fest and So Up Music Fest in Dallas and things like that. So HXC, I've learned, is the abbreviation for hardcore. And I try to be somewhat intense with my acoustic music and a little bit of the punk edge to it. But it's also a joke because my music is not at all hardcore in any way. It's acoustic. So
that's good. I like the irony there, the incongruity. I do a similar thing where I tell people that my band is good when really we suck. When's your release coming out?
So the EP is supposed to be available everywhere September 9th. I'll have copies for sale through my Bandcamp. The Karin Collective will also have copies available through their Bandcamp and also at thekarincollective.com. And then I'm supposed to play a show in Tallahassee on Friday, August 26th at Warrior on the River, opening for a couple bands there, Page 9 and Minerva. So
be there, be square. Now, you said on Facebook, just got back from Washington, D.C. I haven't been there since I stormed the Capitol on January 6th. I guess my question is, how was your trip?
Well, I've never been there on January 6th, but I did feel pretty hardcore when I took a picture in front of the White House wearing my For Today t-shirt. So that was my 2012 hardcore throwback to try and look like a punk in front of the White House. And that's as rebellious as I got in D.C.
Well, do you have any questions for me?
No, thanks. I think I'm good.
Well, here's a question you can ask me.
When will you get the final mix of your upcoming song, Sports Riot?
Well, I'm waiting on my producer, and I mean, if you're in the music industry, you probably understand most producers are lazy, good-for-nothings, and you really got to get on them, and you got to say, hey, man, it's time to put down the Fortnite controller, and it's time to get to work. All right, is there anything else you want to promote, you want to talk about, anything you want to let the people out there know?
My favorite heavy metal band is Demon Hunter, and they're dropping their brand new album the same day my EP comes out. So listen to their album first, then go listen to my EP.
Demon Hunter, #1 fan right here. All right. Well, hey, this has been great. Thanks for coming out. I think it went really well. I forgot to start recording.
We've all been there.